We're here again, customer's house. Customer noticed water around the base of the toilet. So we're here today to diagnose and fix and repair a toilet leak.
Steven, how are you?
Hey Steve,
Hey,
good to see you again.
Thank you for coming today.
Yeah,
come on
glad
in.
to help. Let's see what we got today.
Well, as I shared with you on the phone here, I've got this bathroom inside here, and I'm getting a leak down over here and kind of towards the back, and I'm just wondering if it's my water line or if it's my wax seal down below, or the other thing I'm trying to guess is maybe my tank isn't connected to the base of it, and I just keep having a wet towel down there. So anyway, I thought I'd have you come out and help me out.
Okay, let's see what we can do. Let's take a closer look. Wow, there's a lot of water here. Let's trace this out. So I'm just kind of feeling here, see if anything back. Oh, I just felt the drip. Oh, here's this. Oh, there's water right there. That's right on the bolt that's holding the tank to the bowl here. Let's see if we can get a. Let's see if we can. Yeah, right. Let's see if we can. Yeah, I felt the drip right here. Oh, I just saw another. Oh, look at that dripping.
Yeah, I can see it.
See that drip?
Yeah.
Oh, what we got here, right? We got the toilet bowl and the toilet tank. There's two bolts. Hold that down. You see some drip? Oh yeah, look at that drip. Oh wow. Oh wow. Let's take this. One thing that's important when you're taking off a lid, put it down somewhere safe. I'm going to take it right out of the bathroom here. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Oh yeah, I can see right now, just looking at it, there's the bolt that holds the tank to the bowl, and I can see right now that black gasket should be squished a little bit more. The other one, it doesn't look squished either. So yeah, I think right now it's looking like probably just need to tighten down these bolts on this tank. We're gonna go ahead and start by actually shutting off the water to the toilet while we make this adjustment. Okay, so this is a nice quarter turn valve. Let's turn that off. Oh yeah. So this toilet is a champion, meaning these are really cool toilets. One of the advantages is, see, they're using, this is a 4-inch flush valve. So that's a big opening, letting a lot of water through every time you flush, which is great. And see how there's still 3 or 4 inches left in the bowl after the flush. That means they're using a heavier water column. So it's a farther drop, creating more pressure and a better flush. Instead of just tightening these, I want to take it apart and make sure we do this properly. To get this extra water out, I'm going to be using the Milwaukee transfer pump. Let me show you how this works real quick. Just pop open this back part here, M18 battery, right in here. We're ready to rock and roll. And you can see we've got an arrow on there, so that's telling us what direction the water's pumping. So then what I like to do, I have these caps on there just to protect the threads, and then just hose caps, and I put a little hole there so make sure it dries out. And then what we'll do is just hook these hose on. Here. Got a little button right here to turn it on. And we're good to go. So now we'll just take this hose, put it in the tank, this one in the tank, You should just flip the lid here. And we'll just run the water right in the toilet. Just like that, we got all the water out. Yeah, just a little bit of water came out. Now what we'll do, I'm just holding the bolt on the bottom side with my hand, or the nut. You want to just do a couple, you want to alternate side to side. Just a couple turns, and then a couple turns on the other side. This keeps from tweaking the tank too much and possibly cracking and breaking it. The other thing you'll find a lot of times is a little washer. These are kind of stuck onto that bolt, so it can be tricky to take off. There's one on each side. Take a closer look here. Looks like there's just a little residual here, so I think most of the water was just going right down to following that bolt right out. Here's the bolt that the water was coming down, so it's important to note these are nice gaskets. More than just a flat washer. It actually gets onto the bolt here. Everything else looks fine. I think this seal is fine. This is a possible seal. When dealing with a leak on a toilet, there's a few factors to consider. So we're talking about the bolts on the tank to the bowl. That's what it is in this case, and which is right here. This is the other seal that can be a problem, and or the water connection here, this seal here. The other thing we didn't talk about, sometimes it could be the wax ring sealing the bowl to the floor here. But because we saw it dripping from above and we traced it up, we kind of ruled that out as a problem on this one. Everything's looking good under here. We're gonna go ahead and put this tank back on and tighten it up properly. We'll start by just kind of wiping this out, make sure there's no debris here on that seal there. And we'll go ahead and, again, here's the little washers that are little friction washers that are going to go like that onto the bolt when we get this installed. Today we're going to be using a 1/2 inch socket. That fits these nuts perfect.
It was my right foot, and so it got caught between the brake and the gas one time.
So we'll start putting these hand tight. You don't want to over tighten these. I have this socket, but I'm just going to use it by hand. Same thing, just give it a couple turns on each side, and then go to the other side. Usually on these Champion toilets, there's a tool that comes with them to tighten these bolts because the bowl has a thick flange. It's hard to get any kind of tool, crescent wrench or anything in there. Socket's gonna be your best bet. Now that I got it good and snug, I'm just gonna take and hold this here, use a screwdriver to tighten it and get a better feel of how tight these are, and watching that gasket squish. Starting to get a little squish out of them. I think we're almost there, just a little tighter on this one. Just to watch this right here to make sure that's looking level. And give it a little snug too. Oh yeah, that's snug. That's all you need. Kind of see down in here, it's hard to tell. You just want a little squish out on the gasket around each of these bolts. with these, they have a gasket in here for the seal. You don't want to over tighten. It's hand tight. Just want to go hand tight and then about a quarter turn more. Put my other hand up in here to kind of help stabilize it. You don't want to turn the whole flush valve. Turn the water back on. Okay, now that we've dried everything up, let's do a little test. Let's just flush it. Let's just fill down here. Okay, that's filling dry. This is looking good. Ooh. So one thing to notice, see how the water's right over this tube? We should probably adjust that down a little bit. Typically you want about a quarter inch below this tube, because see this water. So what you do, this is the fill valve, this is the float. So what we need to do is adjust this float down a little bit so it stops the water a little sooner. These ones have a nice adjusting screw right here. You can just turn this. That sets that float down just a little bit. Let's see what happens now. Usually I just let a little water out so it doesn't take so long to refill. Yeah, that's better. So, just a quick recap. We looked at the leak, traced it up to the tank where water was dripping out of one of the bolts that holds the tank to the bowl. We took the bowl off to make sure there weren't any other problems associated with that. Now we have it all back together and flushing great. We made one little adjustment on the fill valve here to adjust the water height so it wasn't so tight to the overflow tube. Put the lid back on. And like I always tell my customers, if a leak's gonna develop, it's gonna happen in the first couple of days. So keep an eye out for the next couple of days specifically. Thank you much.